Hi guys, welcome back. If you're new to my channel, my name is Carmen. Welcome. So this is a topic that I get a lot of requests for. So in this video today, I'm going to show you how to use numerology and numbers to buy stock, crypto, anything that is an asset that will help you to become wealthy. So I'm going to show you how to use the numbers to see instantly if something is worth investing in this video today. That's right, we can use numbers and we can use numerology to figure out what are the best things for you to purchase that will lead to wealth and abundance and long-term stability, right? And this can be investing in anything. Basically anything that you can invest in that has a name. If it has a name and a birthday, then we can look up the number chart for this thing that you want to invest in. And just by looking at the numbers, we can tell instantly if this is a good thing for you to invest in or not. By the way, for all of you who are skeptical about what I'm saying, you don't think it's possible, early 20th century billionaire tycoon J.P. Morgan is actually quoted as saying, "Millionaires don't use astrology. Billionaires do." So J.P. Morgan said that. So he used astrology and probably numerology to make his billion-dollar fortune, okay? So for all you skeptics out there, if he said it, then it must be true. And if he can use it to become wealthy, then so can you. So keep watching, because I'm going to give you actual examples of real companies just to show you how crazy accurate this is. And I'm going to show you how to do that today in this video. And it's very easy. We're just going to be calculating a few numbers and it only takes a few minutes. If you already know the numerology numbers, or you already know how to calculate the numerology numbers of the stock, company, or crypto that you're looking into, then you can go ahead and skip this part of the video. I always put the timestamps below in the description box. You can skip this part of the video and go ahead and move on to the part of the video where I show you where to look for specific numbers. The first and most important number we're going to calculate is the life path number of the asset that you are looking into. Okay, the life path number is going to be its main purpose, the main reason it exists, basically. And you find the life path number by figuring out what is the day that it was founded on. Okay, that's going to be its birthday. So if it's stock that you're thinking about investing in, then you can go onto Google and try to find out what day the company was founded on, okay? If you can't figure it out through Google, then you can call the company. Call the company and ask them, what day were you founded on? That's going to be the company's birthday. For crypto, you can use the white papers to find the birthday of the cryptocurrency. Keep in mind, it's going to be more accurate if you can find the actual day in which the coin or the blockchain was first created, right? First created into physical form. If you can find that birthday, it's going to be more accurate. And the white papers and the internet do not always show this, so keep that in mind. So the first number we're going to calculate is the asset's life path number. And like I said, this is going to be its main purpose for existence. And what you do is you just find the day that it was founded upon and take the month and reduce it to a single digit, take the day, reduce it to a single digit, and the year and reduce it to a single digit, and then add all three of those numbers together and keep reducing until you get a single digit. Unless you get an 11, 22, or 33, those are master numbers and you don't reduce them. So in the example I have here, Google was founded on September 4th, 1998. September is the 9th month of the year, so it's a 9. 4 remains a 4. 1998 reduces to a number 9. So 9 plus 4 plus 9 equals 22. Okay, and 22 is a master number, so we don't reduce it. So Google's life path number is a master 22. And by the way, if you need a more slower, detailed explanation, you can check out a video that I did on how to calculate all of these numbers. I'll put a link to it below in the description box. To calculate your asset soul urge number, which is basically what the company experiences from the inside of the company. You're going to take the full name of the asset, okay? And that includes any LLCs or INCs that come with that business or company or asset. You're going to take the full name, and using the Pythagorean number system, you're going to find only the corresponding numbers to only the vowels in the name, okay? Only the vowels. And most of the time I consider Y to be a vowel because most of the time Y sounds like a vowel. So find all the vowels for the first part of the name and add them all together until you get a single digit. And find the vowels for the second part of the name and add them all together until you get a single digit. And then take those two numbers and add them together until you get a single digit, okay? Unless you get an 11, 22, or 33, those are master numbers and you don't reduce them. So for Google, when we add all the vowels together for the first part of the name, it equals 17, and 17 reduces to a number 8. For the second part of the name, LLC, there are no vowels, so there's nothing to add to number 8 in this particular example. Since LLC has no vowels, Google's soul urge number is just going to be a number 8. And the expression destiny number is basically like a long-term goal that you're working towards. So here it's going to be the long-term outlook or destiny of the asset or the company, okay? So to calculate the expression destiny number, you're going to take the full name again, including any LLCs or INCs that come at the back, and you're going to find all of the corresponding numbers to every single letter in the name this time, okay, using the Pythagorean number system. So in the example I have here, I found all of the numbers that corresponded to all of the letters in the word Google and added them all together, and it equaled to 34, and 34 reduces to a number 7. Then I found all of the letters for the second part of the name, LLC, and added them all together, and that equaled a 9. And then I'm going to add those two numbers together. 7 plus 9 equals 16, and 16 reduces to a number 7. So Google's expression destiny number is a number 7. Now, same thing with this number as with the others. If you get an 11, 22, or 33, don't reduce them because they are master numbers. So I'm first going to show you the numbers that indicate wealth, what I like to call the billionaire, trillionaire numbers. So I'm going to show you those first. And if your stock or asset has these numbers, then that's going to be a good stock for you to purchase. Now, we'll talk about these first, and then I'm going to show you some examples of some actual companies that have these numbers to kind of show you where to look for these numbers and to show you how accurate this is. And then after that, I'm going to show you when you could potentially start making a lot of money off of the crypto or stock that you purchase. So you want to stick around for that part because it's very important. All of these different sections will have timestamps down below in the description box. And I'm also going to link below a video I did on how to find out if you were born to become wealthy. So you can check that out if you like. Now, in that video, we talk about the wealth numbers as well. So the first wealth number is going to be number 1. Okay, number 1 is a wealth number because number 1 is the number of being the best, right? It's the number of coming out on top and being number 1, as you can see here. So a lot of companies that have this number in key places within their chart will end up becoming the best in their field. Now, the next wealth number is number 4, and that's because 4 is the number of work, achievement, and stability. So a lot of companies, stock, crypto, whatever it is, that have this number in key places in their chart will put a lot of work in, but will end up achieving great things as a result. And this will be a very stable kind of achievement, right? Once they reach a certain level of achievement, it will become very stable, since 4 is the most stable number out of all of the numbers. Now, the next wealth number is number 8. And this is no surprise to any of you who know about numerology, right? 8 is the number of abundance and prosperity and power, okay? And if you look at it, it is the infinity sign, which represents infinite power and abundance. So assets that have an 8 in certain key places in their charts will usually end up obtaining a high level of power, and doing that through acquiring a lot of resources and becoming very prosperous, okay? Now, the next wealth number is going to be master number 22, okay? And that's because 22 is a variation of number 4, okay? If you add the two 2s together, you get a 4. So it has a lot of qualities of number 4, but usually at a more intense level since it is a master number. And usually at a more intuitive level as well because of the double 2s. And 22s can be extremely hyper-intuitive because of this. I also wanted to add that sometimes master 11 can be a wealth number because of the double 1s. It's definitely a fame number. Check out my video on the fame numbers. I'll link it below. But sometimes it can be a wealth number. It can be very up and down for the 11, which is why it's not on the list. But it can go either way for the 11 energy. So here we have examples of 4 of the biggest companies in the world. And as you can see, they all have the wealth numbers that I just went over in certain key places, which I'm going to show you right now. So if you had invested in the stock of these companies back when they first got started, you would be very well off, right? So you can go ahead and invest in the stock of companies like this that are already well established. But I would say the key to making a lot of money is to find newer companies, stock, crypto, whatever it is. Find the newer ones that have these wealth numbers in the certain key places because it's going to be cheaper to buy them. And you're basically getting in on the ground floor, okay? And if they have these numbers, then they're going to do well in the future, right? If you get in on the ground floor, you could make a lot of money. And in general, companies that promote conscious capitalism, meaning chemical-free, naturally based, cruelty-free type companies, these are going to be the ones to invest in because these are the companies that are going to do well in the future because this is the direction that the planet is headed towards. So just keep that in mind as well. So as you can see here, Apple's life path number is a 1, right? Okay, Apple is considered the top company in the entire world. It makes sense that its life path number would be a number 1, being the best in its field, coming out on top, right? And it is. It totally is. So as you can see, it's a business that creates or starts something that has never been done before. And it's often best in field and often in the spotlight. Okay, and Apple is all of those things. And like I said, that's the number 1 position to look for is the life path number because that's going to be the main purpose of the asset. And if you find that you are benefiting from this free knowledge that I'm giving you, go ahead and hit the like button because you're participating in an energy exchange when you do that. And this video was a monster for me to put together for you guys. So thank you for your support. And the second number after that we're going to look at is the destiny number, expression destiny number, because this is kind of like the long-term goal of the asset. It's kind of like its future outlook and kind of the direction it's headed towards. And as you can see, Apple's destiny number is number 4. Okay, its destiny is to have a lot of achievement and to be very stable in its achievement. And as you can see, to become a business that builds, constructs, or assembles things. And Apple definitely does that, right? And by the way, if you don't know what these numbers are for the assets that you're looking into, go back to the beginning of the video because I show you how to calculate all of these numbers, okay? And the timestamps are below in the description box, okay? And also, don't get triggered if there is a company on here or a business that you don't like. We're just using these businesses to help you out, right? This is all for your benefit, to show you how to do this yourself, okay? So don't get triggered if there's something on here that you do not like. The third most important number to look for is going to be the soul urge number. And that's because this is what the asset or the company is experiencing from the inside, okay? The public doesn't always see this, but this is kind of what's going on the inside of the company. The other three numbers that you can look at in the core chart for wealth numbers are the birthday number, the maturity number, and the personality number of the asset. So, like I said, you don't have to have a wealth number in these three numbers because these are going to be less significant than the other three numbers. But if you can get a wealth number as one of these, then it's just going to add to the likelihood that this asset will perform well and, make money for you, right? It definitely helps a lot. As you can see, Apple's birthday number is a 1 as well. So because of that, Apple has 3 of the wealth numbers in its core main chart. Amazon has 2 of the wealth numbers in its core main chart and in those 2 very important positions. Its life path is an 8. Purpose is to become a very powerful, lucrative company, and it definitely has done that for sure. Destiny is to be number 1. So could become the top company at some point in time with a destiny number 1. And then Tesla has 2 of the wealth numbers in its chart as well. Life path number 4, to become a business that builds and constructs things, okay? It constructs and builds cars. So it's doing its purpose, and it's got a birthday number 1. Now take a look at Google. Wow. It's got 4 of the wealth numbers in its core chart. Life path 22. Purpose of the business is to build something that changes the structure of society and withstands the test of time, okay? Google has definitely done that. It pretty much built the internet, right? It is like the main source that people go to on the internet. And through that, it has totally changed the structure of society. But with a destiny number 7, to do this through technology as a technological company. Now, Google also has a soul urge number 8, birthday number 4, and a personality number 8. And with a personality number 8, it does present itself to the world as being very powerful, having a lot of power over people. Okay, so as you can see, it's got a lot of the wealth numbers, which definitely has helped it out for sure. Now, if you don't know how to calculate some of these other numbers, such as the birthday number, the maturity, and the personality number, and I don't show you how to calculate those ones at the beginning of the video, you can go ahead and just check out videos that I've done on how to calculate all of these. I will put links to them below in the description box. And the maturity number is really easy. You just add the life path number to the destiny number, and that will give you the maturity number. So now we're going to talk about how to find out when these assets will start to pay off for you, okay? When are you going to get a return on your investment? And the first numbers we're going to look at for that are going to be the pinnacles. The pinnacles are kind of like the seasons of your life: spring, summer, fall, and winter. And they predict what's going to happen for you next, kind of like the seasons do, right? So we're going to look at the pinnacles first, and if you want to find out how to calculate the pinnacles for the asset that you're looking into, then I'll put this information at the back of the video, and you can find the timestamp below in the description box, okay? But basically, we're going to look to see if we can find one of those wealth numbers, 1, 4, 8, or Master 22. Okay, we're going to look to see if we can find one of those as a pinnacle popping up for your asset. And if you can identify one of those wealth numbers as a pinnacle, then that's probably going to be when it will happen. It will happen inside of that pinnacle, okay? And it's probably going to happen during a wealth number as an essence number or a personal year number inside of that pinnacle. Okay, the essence number is how you experience the year from the inside out, and the personal year number is how you experience the year from the outside in. So take Tesla, for example. Tesla's first pinnacle was an 8 pinnacle, and it's the current pinnacle that it's currently in, right? It's currently in the 8 pinnacle as we speak. According to Statista.com, Tesla didn't start to turn a profit until 2019, and it didn't have a full year of profit and become really profitable until 2020. Interesting, right? That, as you can see, in 2018, Tesla entered an 8 essence number. Okay, and when you enter an 8 essence or an 8 pinnacle, usually the first year there can be kind of like a struggle, right? You're struggling a little bit, but then, you know, after that, usually it takes off and you start to really see abundance coming in. And that's exactly what happened. Tesla was still struggling the first year of its 8 essence, but by the second year of its 8 essence in 2019, it finally started to see a profit and bring in big money. So this happened during an 8 essence inside of an 8 pinnacle. Coincidence? I don't think so, okay? There is no such thing as coincidences, right? Interesting also that Tesla changed its name in 2017 during its 9 personal year, and 9 is the number of endings. But it really struggled financially up until it changed its name in 2017. And so that's why a name is so important, because it can really make or break you. And I talk about this in my video about how to name your business or your channel for ultimate success. So check out that video if you haven't already. I'll link it below. But in Tesla's case, once they changed their name, they started to become profitable. And that's because with the name change, it allowed them to enter the 8 essence, okay? Because the essence is calculated from your name. So because of that, they were able to enter the 8 essence, and having the double 8s of being in the 8 essence and the 8 pinnacle was just too much for the universe, right? The universe was like, no. Now you guys are really going to start to take off because of this double wealth energy. And finally live your purpose of being the 4 company that you were born to be. So let's take a look at Google. It's kind of a similar situation where Google started off in a 4 pinnacle, okay? Started off in a wealth number pinnacle. According to theguardian.com, Google didn't even start to see a profit until after the 3rd year that it was created. So it was struggling a lot up until then, and was even struggling in 2001. As you can see, in 2001, it was in a 1 essence, but it was having a 7 personal year. Okay, and 7 is not the best number for finances. So, and then, you know, but then after that, it really started to churn a profit and become really profitable in 2002. And that's because it was in a 1 essence, okay, had a wealth number essence, but in addition to that, it was having an 8 personal year, right? And so that was the 8th year of its 4 pinnacle. And so it was like triple the wealth numbers, right? 4 pinnacle, 1 essence, and 8 personal year. So that's why it happened at that time for them. Definitely not a coincidence. So you want to look for these wealth numbers and to see when they happen inside of a wealth pinnacle. And that's when it will happen. Now, not all assets have wealth pinnacles. You might be looking at an asset that doesn't have any wealth pinnacles coming up, right? So if that's the case, then find the current pinnacle, no matter what the number is, and try to see if you can find a wealth number as an essence number within that pinnacle, because it could still pay off big at that time with just having a wealth essence number. Okay, so, and you can look to find when in that essence number there's going to be a wealth personal year number. And that can pinpoint when it will happen as well, regardless of the pinnacle that it's in. So I'm now showing you all of the numbers that describe the different types of businesses, so you will have this for your reference. And let me know in the comments below if you are planning to use this to become a billionaire like JP Morgan was able to do. If he can do it, you can too, okay? You have all of the knowledge and all of the power in your hands. Go out and become a billionaire with all of this knowledge. And let me know in the comments below if you are planning to do that. And If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up, hit the like button, and share it with other people because it helps to get this information out there. And, you know, I spend a lot of time making these videos, at least 20 hours on each one. So you hitting the like button and leaving a comment motivates me to keep going, and it really does help to support the channel. So thank you in advance for all of your support. And if you want to book a personal reading with me, you can head on over to my website, starsalignwithcarmen.com. I would love to have you subscribe and to become part of the family. You can also follow me on Instagram and Facebook. Thanks for watching. I love you guys, and I'll see you in my next video. Take care. Here we have the first pinnacle, and this is the pinnacle that you are born into. And I'm going to show you how to figure out when this first pinnacle comes to an end and the second pinnacle begins, but I'm first going to show you how to calculate this pinnacle. So for this one, you're going to add the numbers of your month and day of birth together. So in this example, we have July 12th. July is the 7th month of the year, and 12, when we add the 1 and the 2 together, we get 3. So we're going to add those numbers together. 7 plus 3 is equal to 10. And 10 reduces to a number 1. So we're going to keep adding the numbers together until we get a final digit. So for this example, this person's first pinnacle is a number 1. In the second example, we have May 15th. May is the 5th month of the year. 15, if we add the 1 and the 5 together, we get a 6. 5 plus 6 is 11. Now 11 is a master number, and we don't add the master numbers together. So for all other numbers, we're just going to keep adding the digits together until we get a single digit. But if you get an 11, a 22, or a 33, those are all master numbers, and we don't add the numbers together if those are the final two numbers. So if you get an 11, a 22, or a 33 as your final two numbers when calculating your pinnacle, then you would not add those numbers together. So the person born on May 15th, their first pinnacle is a master number 11. For the second pinnacle, we are going to add the day you were born to the year of your birth. So in this example, we have May 15th, 1997. We are going to add the day that this person was born. So the day would be the 15th, 1 plus 5 is a 6. To the year that they were born. So if we add 1997 together, that reduces down to a number 8. If we add the 6 and the 8 together, we get a 14. And we're going to keep adding the numbers together until we get a final digit. 1 plus 4 is equal to 5. So this person's second pinnacle is a number 5. Now it's going to be the same thing with this pinnacle as the last one. If your final two numbers are an 11, a 22, or a 33, those are master numbers, and you will not add those two numbers together. For the third pinnacle, all you have to do is add the sum of your first and second pinnacles together. So whatever final number you got for your first and second pinnacles, you just add those together until you get a final number, and that's going to be your third pinnacle. Now again, if the final two numbers that you get when you are adding your first and second pinnacles together, if the final two numbers that you get are a master number, such as 11, 22, or 33, then you do not add those numbers together. So in this example, for the person born on May 15th, their first pinnacle was an 11, and the second pinnacle was a 5. 11 plus 5 is 16. And 16 reduces down to a number 7. For the fourth and final pinnacle of your life, you are going to add your month and year of birth together. So in the top example, this person was born in May. May is the 5th month of the year, and the year that they were born, 1997, reduces down to a number 8. So 5 plus 8 is 13, and when we add the 1 and the 3 together, we get a 4. So this person's fourth pinnacle is a number 4. Again, when you are adding all of the numbers together, if the final two numbers that you get are a master number, then you do not add those final two numbers together. So here's a cheat sheet of how to calculate all 4 pinnacles. So you can take a picture of this with your phone or write it down. This will make it very simple for you. So now I'm going to show you how to calculate the timing and what age you will be when you enter into each pinnacle. So the very first pinnacle that you are in, the one that you are born into, that one will last the longest amount of time in your life. And we can figure out when that pinnacle is going to be coming to an end by subtracting your life path number by age 36. So let's say that your life path number is a number 7. We're going to subtract 7 from 36. So 36 take away 7, which is this person's life path number, is equal to 29. So if your life path number is a number 7, then your first pinnacle will come to an end at age 29, and you will be entering into your second pinnacle around the age of 30. So to figure out when this first pinnacle is going to come to an end, all you have to do is subtract your life path number, whatever that is, from the age of 36. And whatever number you get, that is going to be the last year of your first pinnacle. The following year will be the first year of the second pinnacle. So this person's first pinnacle ends at age 29, and they enter into their second pinnacle at age 30. So to figure out when your second pinnacle is going to be coming to an end, you're just going to add 9 to the first pinnacle ending. So your second and your third pinnacles will each last 9 years. 9 is the last number in numerology, and it completes the cycle. So each pinnacle is kind of like a cycle of 9 years. So we're just going to add 9 to whatever number you got for the ending of your first pinnacle. So in this situation, we would add 9 to the number 29 because this person's first pinnacle ended when they turned 29. And you get 38. So this person's second pinnacle will be ending at the age 38, and they will be starting their third pinnacle the next year at the age of 39. So to get the ending of the third pinnacle, we're going to do the same thing that we did before. We're just going to add 9 to the ending of the second pinnacle, because in numerology, all cycles are represented by 9 years. So this person's second pinnacle ended at the age of 38. 38 plus 9 is 47. So this person's third pinnacle will be ending at the age of 47, and they will be entering their fourth and final pinnacle the next year at the age of 48. And the fourth pinnacle will just basically continue on until the end of your lifetime. To calculate your personal year number, all you need is the month and day of your birth and the universal year number. You don't need the year of your birth. So what you're going to do is you're going to take the month, day, and the universal year number, just reduce each one of those to a single digit and add them together. So I'm going to show you my own birthday as an example to kind of show you how to do this, okay? So I was born on June 17th, and June is the 6th month of the year, so that reduces to a number 6. If you were born in December, December is the 12th month of the year. 1 plus 2 equals 3, so that reduces to a number 3. If you were born in November, that's going to remain an 11. We don't reduce it because it's a master number. So you would just add it to the other numbers as it is, okay? So now we're going to take the day of your birth and add all of the numbers together until you get a single digit. So for me, I was born on the 17th. 1 plus 7 reduces to a number 8. Now, if you were born on the 11th or the 22nd of the month, you don't reduce those numbers, meaning you don't add the two numbers together because they are master numbers. You just add them to the other numbers as they are. So then you're going to take the universal year number, which I had gone over already, is a number 7 for 2023, and you're just going to add it to the other two numbers that you just calculated. And keep reducing it, keep adding the numbers together until you get a single digit. So for me, 6 plus 8 plus 7 equals 21. Okay, so, and 21 reduces to a number 3 because 2 plus 1 equals 3. So I am having a personal year number 3 for the year 2023. Woohoo! So now for you, if you get an 11, 22, or 33 as your final two numbers for your personal year number, you're not going to add those numbers together because those are master numbers and you're having a master number personal year, okay? But all other numbers can be reduced down to a single digit.